It's time for Ask the Expert, your chance to learn something new every day. Let's find out who our expert is today.
Well, welcome to another episode of Ask the Expert. Barry Funkhouser here, and I'm with Daniel Banyai and Matt Curtis of OLLI. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Barry.
So tell us about the Learning Institute.
What it is it's a lifelong learning program designed for adults age 50 and older who want to stay intellectually active and socially connected. We are part of the Osher Foundation Network, which is nationwide. There's over 124 campuses that have this program, but we're all very uniquely designed in how we do our course offerings and other activities that we do. But we're always sharing the same mission about learning for the joy of learning. So there's no test, there's no assignments, there's no grades. So it's an opportunity for individuals to teach without any of that, and also our students. We're here in Ventura County, and OLLI offers engaging courses, also meaningful experiences, and welcoming a community that supports curiosity, connection, and personal growth. And we're serving over 800 members currently, and we continue to grow here in Ventura County.
Is there a cost for it? I think there's a membership. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, there is a membership fee. It's an annual membership fee that we charge of $20. That is good for the whole year. That gives you access to registering for our classes. We also do bus trips. For example, today, they're on a bus trip right now as we speak to the stained glass experience at Judson Studios near Forest Lawn, Burbank area. So we do have bus trips. We have local trips to different locations, museums, etc. And then we do charge per class, depending on how many weeks the class is. That will determine the cost. And then we do have unlimited packages where people can pay for the whole session of 6 weeks is our sessions of our program. They pay for that 6 weeks and they get charged a certain amount for an unlimited to get access to everything, which is either in-person only, or we offer classes in a hybrid modality for in-person and Zoom throughout all of Ventura County.
I'm a little too young. I'm a couple years under the threshold, but I read you have to be 50 and above. Is that true?
Good question, Barry. So you don't have to be 50 or above. It's suggested or recommended, but we do have individuals that really enjoy our instructors and they just want to continue their knowledge. We have I just met an alumni of Cal State Channel Islands that's going to take a political science class because she was a bachelor's in political science student and she's definitely not the age of 50. So we do not say no. We want to provide to our community here in Ventura County the opportunity to continue to engage, learn, and socialize. But our average student is over the age of 50.
All right. Great thing for yourself or your parents or your grandparents. For the constant learner, the person in your life who is always a perpetual student, this is a great opportunity for them. So let's go back to 2001 when Mr. Bernard Osher,
You got it.
When Mr. Bernard Osher decided he wanted to create OLLI. Can you tell us the story of how this began?
Yes, I can. I also have met him 3 times now. I just saw him in April of 2025. We have part of Osher, they have a national conference. So I was in DC and he is currently 98 years old. He's still thriving. He's still engaged in our programming. And it's just pretty amazing how humble he is. He saw that colleges, universities didn't have an umbrella of knowledge for this age demographic. So it's pretty remarkable to get an opportunity to talk to them and be able to have like just a easygoing conversation. And also it's amazing that his passion for education and lifelong learning, he was able to take his financial means and support so many campuses throughout the United States and Canada with with these kind of programs. This program.
We're speaking with Daniel Banyai today on Ask the Expert, director of OLLI. And if you have a question for the expert today, you can give them a call direct, I assume, right, Daniel? Do you have a direct line or a website that people can contact?
Yes. Our phone number to our programming is 805-437-2748. And then when they hear the prompts, they will press 2 for OLLI. It will go to my team and they will answer your questions, help you register online. Our registration is very easy to register online. Over 95% of our students register themselves online, but we are here to help. Also, if you wanted to check out the catalog, our spring classes do start January 26th. So guess what? Registration is open now. Classes are starting to fill up. So it's a great opportunity to check out our website. And that website is ext.csuci.edu. You will see a button that says Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. Click on that. It gives you an opportunity to look at our catalog. You can also look at our events that we're having upcoming. We're having a free seminar to showcase how to deal with sports concussions from a university in Pittsburgh that is partnering with us on this presentation. You can see our wonderful faculty who's very popular in Osher, Matt Curtis, teaching a class in anthropology. That is his expertise. You'll also see opportunities to volunteer. We do have a lot of OLLI students that volunteer in our program because they're passionate about giving back. And it's really exciting to have such a strong curriculum all the way from courses that are academic driven to hands-on. We have a dance fit class coming up this spring where you get to learn how to do salsa, jazz for this age group. We also have a class on the Monarch's future. And that is basically one of an instructor that created a garden here on our beautiful campus. If you haven't been here, please check us out at Cal State Channel Islands. But it's a way to increase our butterflies, monarchs around here. So she'll be teaching a class. And then the last week of the class, she will actually take the students to show off this beautiful garden that is supporting our ecosystem. But I know that Matt has an amazing class coming up. If you want to share a little bit about that.
Yeah,
class.
I was gonna bring in Mr. Curtis, Matt, to ask him a day in the life of what it's like to teach an OLLI course, an OLLI class. Tell us about the experience, Mr. Curtis. Can I call you Mr. Curtis? I feel like you're a teacher, so I should, keep it.
Absolutely. That would be fine. Thanks. My experience at OLLI over the years has just been absolutely incredible. Began teaching for OLLI back in 2008. So I've been with the program for a long time, and it's amazing experience. I've taught. I teach also in the anthropology program at Cal State Channel Islands, and for a number of years now. And I've taught elsewhere, both their institutions, universities and colleges in the U.S. and abroad, and there's something special, though, really, really special about OLLI students. Just really amazing. It's incredibly rewarding to teach the OLLI students. Our members bring, a lifetime of experience and curiosity, kind of genuine love of learning into the classroom. And they're always there, when they come in the classroom, they're just there with questions and engaged and enthusiastic and true lifelong learners. And the nice thing about the program, there's no pressure of grades or exams or any of that. Just meaningful conversation and exploration, and students really get into the lectures and the discussions and add to it. And I often learn from them with their travels around the world and experiences. Some of the places that I mentioned in the courses that I teach. In archaeology, anthropology, we cover it's a global perspective, and because many of these students have had really lifelong experiences of travel and sometimes working overseas and experience other cultures, they bring that into the discussions too. So it's very vibrant, and it's incredibly rich way for lifelong learners to connect to the material, we can all connect to their own experiences and travels and perspectives. It really creates a dynamic, engaging learning environment I think benefits everyone. So yeah, I just absolutely love teaching for OLLI, and look forward to many years to come.
In the world of anthropology, you are a lifelong learner yourself, I assume, because there's always discoveries and things happening in your world. What got you in? What inspired you to go into the field of archaeology, anthropology, and why is it fun?
Yeah, sure. Well, my interests start way back when I was a kid, actually, and I was raised by two teachers, and they had summers off. And we didn't have a lot of money, but we had a Toyota Corolla, and we would drive around the Western U.S. and camp. And one of the things that they liked to do was to go to museums and archaeological sites and national parks and things like that. And so as a young person, I had kind of exposure to visiting sites, historic sites and archaeological sites. And they both had interests. My mom taught high school, and she was also a social worker. My dad was an elementary school teacher, but they all had interest in anthropology and archaeology, which is my specialization within anthropology. So I think I was influenced by them early on, and then had time to go to college, and I went off to UC Santa Barbara as an undergraduate, as a declared anthropology major, one of only a couple of majors coming in that year. And I just had the great fortune of having absolutely amazing professors as an undergraduate, and inspired me. And I kind of brought my interests together in archaeology, but also a developing interest that I got in college and through some travel experiences in Africa. And so then I went off to graduate school with the help of my undergraduate professors, who really helped me with that process, and went off to the University of Florida and had a fellowship to study the Kiswahili language of Eastern Africa, and African Studies program anthropology, and went from there and did my master's research in Kenya, studying the interactions between the coast and the interior of East Africa, and then did my PhD work in Eritrea, which is in northeastern Africa, north of Ethiopia, and have more or less since that time, in terms of my field research, have worked in that part of Africa, the Horn of Africa, in Eritrea and Ethiopia, primarily, ever since. So since the late 1990s, and I'm there regularly, just about every other year, for research projects. I also did research in the U.S., archaeology in Florida, and also in California as well. So I'm trained broadly in anthropology. So anthropology has four major subdisciplines. Archaeology is one of them, and that's my specialization. But I also teach in biological anthropology and cultural anthropology and linguistic anthropology. So nice thing about anthropology, one of the things that makes it a great area for OLLI classes, I think, is that because it's global, has a global perspective, it's interested in both past and present peoples. It's interested not just with humans, but with other human species of the past, and primates generally. And it's interested in biology and culture, language. It's not just interested in one part of the world, but all, the entire globe and through time. So it's holistic and integrative. And because of that, you can relate so much of anthropology to individual life experiences and to so much. So it's very relevant, and students can find ways to connect to it through their own interests and understandings. And as I mentioned, that I get so much from the students that they sometimes their questions and discussions that we have in class challenge me to rethink the way that I've thought about things in anthropology, or compel me to communicate anthropology in new ways. And that's been very rewarding. Teaching anthropology to all these students have really helped me as an anthropologist, both as a teacher and as a researcher, over the years.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Matt, you are a gold mine of information. And boy, our friends and neighbors really need to take your courses, because Daniel, this is just one of a few teachers there. How many teachers are at CSUCI doing OLLI?
We have a wide range. So our faculty come from our own faculty here at Cal State Channel Islands. We have instructors that are from our environmental science program to our biology program to our chemistry program. the list goes on to our health science program, nursing program. So we have a lot of instructors just from internally of our campus, but we also have a lot of instructors that are externally. For example, we have a retiree from Cal Lutheran University teaching a course this session, The Making of Teddy Roosevelt. He's a political science faculty at Cal Lutheran, is retired, and he teaches for us due to his passion to share his knowledge with this group of students. And we also have individuals that have been in the entertainment industry and film. And we have, so they're not faculty here on campus, but they teach for us because of their knowledge of the film industry, and they share movies from way back, and then they have conversations around those parts of a movie. So we have a significantly large population of faculty that we pull from that are either locally here in Ventura County, or we offer Zoom classes only, and we do have instructors throughout the country that teach for us as well on certain topics.
Well, it's a great way to meet people, meet your friends and neighbors that you would not have met otherwise, and a great way to keep your mind active. It's amazing what you guys do. Thank you for doing it. We're speaking with Daniel Banyai, director of OLLI, and Mr. Matt Curtis, instructor of anthropology at the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at CSU Channel Islands. Boy, this is a lot of information, and I'm sure you have all of these courses available online for people to peruse, and the dates. How many seasons do you follow the curriculum of a regular college, or at what point are there winter and spring classes?
Yeah, great question. What we do is we pretty much have classes all year round. So what we do is we break out in spring semester of our California State University Channel Islands semester. We break it out into 6-week sessions. So we have 6 weeks. We take about a 2 to 3 week break to give our minds a little bit of rest, get us ready to register for the next 6 weeks. We do another 6 weeks of courses. And then to be clear, when I say 6 weeks, that's within a period of time, but we offer 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, or 6 week options. So if somebody listening today says, I can only commit to a 2 week for whatever reason, then they can just take that 2 week class. But that's how the sessions work. Then in the summer, we do it a very different way. We call it a summer taste. It's a great opportunity for someone to check out our program that doesn't want a huge commitment of 6 weeks. They just want to take one class for 2 hours, or 2 classes for another 2 hours. So they're individual classes, 2 hours long, on many different topics, from art history, music history, politics, anthropology, clearly, lots of different topics. We are working to potentially have some topics around our Channel Islands here to actually go to Santa Cruz Island this summer. We did that already at Santa Rosa Island with our OLLI members. We had 50 people go. We had tour guides, and it was just a great experience for not just the class, but socialization, connection, and learning while you're doing an activity is very powerful. And then in the fall, we do the same thing. 6 weeks, take a break, and then do another 6 weeks. So technically, we have 6 sessions per year to sign up for our classes. Our registration opened this Monday, and our classes start January 26, 2026, and they will go up to 6 weeks. And again, you can choose an array of different topics. And also we partnered with the Osher national program that offers Zoom only classes. And those give you even more options to take classes. Our typical class times are 10 to 12 p.m. And then we get lunch, and then we do 1 to 3 p.m. That's how we do our program here on campus, Monday through Friday. We always have a class Monday through Friday in those times. But with Osher Online, it gives an opportunity for you to take classes with them. And you get to, there's early morning classes because they're out of Northwestern University in Chicago. There's evening classes, and there's sometimes Saturday classes. So there's plenty of choices for you to test out the program, check it out, and be part of our community. And it really is a community. We have a lot of spouses that are taking classes together in class. And it's really nice to see them very connected. It gives them an opportunity to connect and be part of it. And then, of course, they make friends. They go to lunch together. They go on international trips together. They are just went to Portugal. They're going to Italy this year. So we are not just a program of courses. We're a program of community connection and mental stimulation.
You said it best. Community connection, mental stimulation. Mr. Curtis, do you ever take your students out on field trips? And how does that go?
Well, we haven't done field trips in the region. I did take a group of students through OLLI. It was affiliated with OLLI, including OLLI members, to Ethiopia with me on a couple of week tour of Ethiopia, and we had a historic tour and cultural tour, and that was great fun. Would like to in the future do field trips with students. Most of the things that what I've done with teaching with OLLI, been in the classroom setting, but I have led trips to go have Ethiopian food, for example, in Los Angeles with students in the past, and have accompanied students to museums and exhibits that relate to African archaeology and art, and in the past as well, which has been great fun. And again, as Daniel was talking about, there's the kinds of experiences that OLLI offers outside of the classroom, trips to all kinds of places in the region here in Southern California and around the world. So it's more than just the classroom settings online and in person, but it's out in the world, going places and doing things. And so I've had an opportunity to do that with students, and that's been very rewarding for myself.
Well, they say you never stop learning, and feeding your mind is very healthy. And a lot of us here around town, we're always looking for opportunities and reasons to go visit the beautiful campus there. So this is a great opportunity to take some classes, even if you don't have to be enrolled in the college to take these classes, right? You can just be a person off the street, right? Do you have to be a neighbor? How far away can you live?
That is a great question. So most of our classes are being offered in a hybrid format. So students face-to-face and students on Zoom. I'll give you a great example. My uncle himself has taken OLLI classes, and he lives in Chicago. So we don't have anywhere in the nation, and maybe our OLLI program doesn't fit an individual's interest. There's other OLLI programs throughout California and nationwide to take a look at, but our program is very encompassed. Dr. Curtis shared a little bit earlier about the different things that we do beyond the classroom. So just to give you some highlights of some things coming up, in February, we're going to do a Camarillo airport tour. So they will actually have someone give a tour of the airport here in Camarillo. We're also going to the Santa Barbara Botanic Garden in March. Both of those are in March, excuse me. Registration opens in February. So we're going to have individuals drive to the gardens and check out those. And then those are outdoor things. And then right after that, in April, we're going to the opera, the LA Opera. So we are very fortunate. We have a way to keep our costs down for people to experience that. We take a bus down there to downtown Los Angeles. And this is in the last year and a half, this will be our fourth one. And I'll tell you right now, they sell out within 5 minutes, some of our events, due to the amount of students that we can take. But the opera always sells out. We always try to keep the cost way down to support our community. And if somebody is listening, Barry, on this call today, and they're struggling, but they're really engaged and they really want to take a course with us, but they financially feel like they can't, please don't hesitate to reach out. We do have opportunities for financial assistance for individuals that have financial need. We want to support our community locally and beyond.
Daniel Banyai, Director of OLLI, and Matt Curtis, Archaeology, Anthropology Doctor. I just found I should have asked you in the beginning, but congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. We learned a lot about the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. Hey, next time you see Bernard, tell him thank you, please. Could you do that?
Sounds good. Will do.
So
the next conference is at the end of this year. So
okay, awesome.
hopefully he's still going to them. So I'm hopeful that he'll continue.
I love that he's been able to see the fruit of all of this come through, like happen, see the success of the program. So for those of us wanting to get involved, where do we start? How do we get more info on OLLI? What happens next?
Right. So the next step would to go onto our website, which is, again, www.ext.csuci.edu. You'll see a button that says Osher Lifelong Learning. In that button, you'll see plenty of things in there, catalog, registration. You'll actually be able to register straight onto our website. But let's say you have questions beyond today's talk with Barry. You can give us a call. We can answer more questions individually at 805-437-2748. Click option 2. That will go to our OLLI coordinator, Shayna. She is amazing. She will answer your questions and support you through getting ready for classes and register. And again, our classes start January 26th. Still plenty of time to register for our classes. And we have over 14 classes to choose from this spring, first session. And then in our second session, we'll have another great amount of handful courses that are not the same with different instructors.
Fantastic. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. Dr. Curtis, I have one more question for you, and that is Indiana Jones kind of a real thing? Are they still digging up bones in certain parts of the world and learning more about it?
We indeed certainly are. Anthropology and all areas of anthropology and archaeology are going strong. Absolutely. Around the world, globally, the archaeologists in many countries and anthropology students and professionals all over the world. Absolutely. Indiana Jones is fun character. He's more of an explorer and adventurer than a modern archaeologist, but he certainly can be inspirational for people. But a fun fictional character, not exactly how we do archaeology and anthropology today, but fun nonetheless.
Well, OLLI is a great network of educational programs. Seasoned learners want to get involved, grow your mind. Thank you guys for doing this. And you can learn more at ext.csuci.edu. Right?
Yes, you got it. Perfectly.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having us, Barry. Appreciate your time.
My name is BJ Fan, and I've been with OLLI since 2012.
My name is Bill Garlington. I think I began in 2005, and so I guess that's close to 18 years now.
My name is Pat Distad, and I've been with the OLLI program for 16 years.
Hi, my name is Jerry Clifford. I have been with the OLLI program for 18 years.
So socialization is critical for older adults. As most people retire, they start to lose touch with the society. But OLLI becoming a community for us, and we actually made a lot of personal friends through OLLI. So that's very important, so you build a network of social support after retirement.
Well, the educational group around OLLI is a combination of the professors and the students. I think the students are also a surprise, because when you get into the classes, especially the in-person classes, you find out that you've got Selena in there, and she, survived Auschwitz and was one of Schindler's children. We have, Len Dwyer, who, was in the Apollo program. We have the man that stood with his megaphone during the Bay of Pigs because he spoke Russian and could tell them not to come any further. And then just the camaraderie of getting together, not in OLLI classes, but in some of our events. I'm on the events committee, and Ann Lewin does a fabulous job of chairing it and making available so many different kinds of events and tours. And I think that we all need to connect with each other, and this has been a great way to keep our connections going.
what's interesting, most of these students come from very well-educated backgrounds and professions. So a lot of it, I think, just feeds their curiosity. I remember one student saying he'd gone through medical schools, and all his courses were science, and he never really had a chance to do some other things he would have liked to have done in terms of courses at university, and now this offered him an opportunity to take courses in the social sciences and literature and music that he didn't have the opportunity to do so in his formal education.
I think OLLI is a tremendous opportunity for any person, particularly one of our senior community like I am, because it offers you an opportunity to think, to use your brain, to engage in things. It's intellectual curiosity to keep your mind active and socializing that will help build a community that you will feel a part of.